Hi friends, welcome to iShows DIY. Today we will do a earring project, and this is a earring finding that I got from the Nbeads.com. There was a lot in this package. I just pulled out two. It has the nice enamel filled, and then there is a rhinestone inside in the middle. So it's really pretty and fun to work with. I pulled out some bicones from my stash and then ear wire from my stash as well. I'm using French ear wire. You can use any ear wire you have that you have available. This was little bit like a tone of like a different metal kind of a thing. In the camera it looks more sterling silver, right? Antique silver kind of, but when I put it here it just looks a little bit different. But anyways, I pulled out the same stainless steel color for the ear wire as well. And all you need is some head pins. So I have here some head pins. These are stainless steel head pins that I have in my stash, so we need some of those. Obviously we don't need this long a head pin, but this is what I have, so I'm working with that. So you can simply add the beads and just create a dangle that will look very pretty. Trust me, tools wise all you need is wire cutters, round nose pliers, and tweezer nose or needle nose pliers. That's all you will need for this project. And you put the bicone on. You can substitute this bicone with any beads you have available. Any 4mm to 6mm beads will work for this finding. All you need to do is bend the wire right on top of the bead and then snip off the excess and save that, because this is long enough to make a knife pin with, and you can use it for different projects. Then all you need to do is, it's like about a centimeter. I just eyeball it and cut it off. Take your pliers, keep it right in the middle, and then roll it towards itself, thus making a loop, right? Make sure the loop is closed, and that's how we make the dangles. So we make 5 dangles for each pair of earring. So do the same, put the bead on, take your needle nose or tweezer nose pliers and bend the wire at 90 degrees. Go ahead and snip the excess wire off. Hold the tail, otherwise it'll fly and then it might get stuck in the carpet and harm you. That's it. Make sure the loop is completely closed. Take the next bead. So as I said, you can substitute this with the different beads you have. Like a bigger bead like this will also work. I mean, you can do as big as 8mm in my opinion. And then also you can put some daisy spacer or some spacer bead and a seed bead on top. That also will work, but I want to keep this simple. And when I am bending the wire on top of the bead, as you can see, this is a long head pin and this is a short bead. You have to hold this bead in order to make that work. So what I would say is hold it, and if you can see, there's a short distance between the bead top and my pliers. That kind of gives me the support to turn it to 90 degrees, and as you can see, there is not a lot of gap right there. If you try and push it like really hard, so if you try and put it right on top of the bead, it is sometimes difficult to bend it because there is no space for it to give that bend. And also when I roll it over, just make sure it's nice and closed. So what I mean by it is, whenever you're putting a bead and bending it, if it's a long one, say if there is a couple of beads, then it's completely a different ball game. Okay, you have much space to hold it. You can hold it like this and bend it. But if there is only one bead, which is a 4 millimeter, which is small, then it is difficult to hold on to it. And also, as you can see, there's a teeny tiny bit of probably 0.1 centimeter over there. And if I put it like this, there is no space to bend this, right? So you just give a little bit of space there, and then if you bend it, then you probably get you can get a 90-degree, but this is 60-degree. That is okay as well. You don't need essentially 90 degrees per se. As you can see, it flies around, so you need to hold the end too. Luckily it flew around only around my table, so I can retrieve it. If it falls around, means it flies around the room, it's very hard for me to get it out. So we need 5 dangles for each earrings, and there we go. So as I said, just leave a little bit of a distance and bend it to 90 degrees. So this way you will have it. Go ahead and snip the excess off. See how I am holding this bead with my ring finger and index finger, and then the middle and the ring finger and the thumb, and middle and index finger holds the tail. Still it is going around, but I am able to retrieve it around my table, because my table is against the wall, so it bounces back. Otherwise, see this, keep your pliers and then just roll it over. There we go. 5 is ready, and then what I'm going to do is going to finish the rest 5. So you put the bead on, take it, leave a little bit of a space, not a lot, and then bend the bead rather than the wire. That will be easy. As you can see, there is some prints on my fingers. That's bound to happen. And then how I eyeball is, I just keep it like this. My finger, that is my cue. So where my finger ends, I just cut it off and hold this tightly so that you can take it in your hands and save those tidbits for a future project. Take this. You can also turn that into a head pin, like how we would normally do with the wire if you're not using head pins. Like you bend this just like so. You bend this and then make a U and squish the U. There you have a head pin, which is not that long enough. Which is not that long, so it's perfect for projects like that. So, and also if you don't like the head pin effect, the U shape, then you can use a flat head pin and use that for eye pin. Just a little bit of a distance and then bend and then snip it off. Now take your pliers, and when you keep it here, I like to keep it like this. My hand is like this, and then roll it and straighten it out. This is how I like to do it, but as you can see, it's bent. All you need to do is go ahead and straighten this a bit. There we go. Still the loop is not finished, so I go in with my round nose pliers and fix it. So you need that to be proper so that your bead dangles nicely. So snip this off. Take your pliers, and I'm putting it where I am not able to feel the wire, but still it's at the middle. That way it will come really, really nicely. And move your fingers as per needed. So 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3, and 2 more. So these small things make a big difference in the earring quality, and it'll be professionally done if you follow these simple steps, and you will not see a difference. Means it's a handmade item, so everything is so in buying a mass produced earring and handmade earring, there's a lot of difference. It's a lot of energy that goes inside your jewelry. I believe in all of those, like the aura and the energy around you, and how it affects your environment and yourself. It all kind of comes together. But a handmade jewelry is made with pure intentions, happy, and it's out of passion and love for the beads. So you're not only buying a product of handmade product, and you're just not buying the product, but you're buying the service as well. And most of the handmade jewelry makers can customize your products as per your taste and preference. That's really awesome that you will not get it anywhere. And now say for example you like this piece of jewelry and it's green in color and you want a different color, handmade jewelry makers will be able to do that for you, right? There we go. And when you're making stuff for yourself, you can switch the colors. For example, this is green. I can go contrast with red, orange, even pink. Everything will work. Open it, slip it into the loop. I like to slip it into the loop and keep this open end in the back, because that's how I like, so you don't see that in the front. So I tend to do everything like that in the back. The open end for me should be in the back of the earring. Finding this is not two-sided, right? Obviously. So I would like this in the back, slip it, and then how you would open and close the jump ring back and forth, that's how you open this loop. You don't pull it apart, you just twist open, just upwards, as you can see. There we go. And as I said, the open loop comes in the back. Two more. There we go. So I like to do basic loops in this kind of tangles, because you can actually do a wrap loop, but the basic loop dangle actually dangles much better than the wrap loop. I have seen that personally. That's what I prefer. So simple loops for this kind of dangles rather than the wrap loop. So how cute is that? So this is just a basic design with this finding, and voila, you have created that. All you need to know now is open up the ear wire loop Again, I'm opening it up as if I'm opening a jump ring, back and forth. I'm not pulling it apart so that I don't distort the loop shape. Oops. I'll get another earring finding. Sometimes it's very brittle. There we go. And then, okay, not a good quality. So now I finished this earrings, as you can see, very pretty as such, just with a bead and a headpin. But if we can also use some 6mm gemstone beads and some daisy spacers I have here, so I just want to show you guys a different variety that you can do with the same finding. But let's say you have 6mm beads, you can add a 6mm bead, a daisy spacer, and then a green bicone, just like so, and then make this a dangle. That will look very, very pretty as well. Let's just try that. So here we go. I'm using the findings from anbeads.com. I will leave down in the description below for you guys the website link, and where you can buy this product, and it's really pretty, and it has that enamel and then the rhinestone in the middle. So pretty, and it's very cheap as well, like very less price. There we go. Save those, take your round nose pliers, and we are just making a simple loop. I'll just show you guys just one thing, that one drop that we can attach in the middle of our finding. You can do this for all the loops. You can do the same drops for all the loops. Just make sure this loop is straight, hang straight as well. So there we go. So pretty, just a little bit more dressed up than this, but you can go as minimum as this and as big if you want, like a gemstone, and you can do a couple more beads, like you can do a red one as well, and then a green one as well, as long as this as well. So you can make a loop on top, and then you can put this as a center and then reduce it as well. So there's a multiple options to do with just one finding. And also you can make a bracelet, like 5-strand bracelet, and have this as a connector. You can do necklaces, 5-strand necklace, and have this as a connector and connect one end over there. So there's endless possibilities to do with this particular finding.